to tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Ashley Cruz. I typically go by Cruz. I am the Assistant Director for Student Engagement here at UNC Asheville. I oversee fraternity and sorority life, leadership development programs on off-campus and commuter student programs. I am originally from Tampa, Florida, where I got my bachelor's degree in criminal justice, and I also graduated from the Law Enforcement Academy in a community outside of Tampa. And I have my master's degree from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, in college student affairs. After I graduated there, I spent a year in Washington, Pennsylvania, which is outside of Pittsburgh, as the coordinator for fraternity and sorority life. So there's a couple things that brought me here to UNCA Asheville. One is Asheville as a whole. I love the atmosphere and the community and just the cultural hub that it is. And then I think that the campus is a reflective of that. And also the small fraternity and sorority community here. Well, I think every campus is a little bit different. Obviously, size can be very different depending on campuses. This campus has, we have 4 chapters, 2 fraternities and 2 sororities. And I will say something that's very different for me is the camaraderie, I think, between the chapters. Whether it be both fraternities, both sororities, or a mix of fraternity and sorority, people get along and they respect one another. And that's something that you don't always see on certain campuses. And I think some of our students here, they understand what being in a fraternity or sorority means. And so they're actively involved in the community with their chapter. They're doing and participating in community engagement. They're participating in leadership development, and I think they're taking those situations and having that be reflective when they graduate as well. It's just a general great experience. It gets you involved on campus. It gets you meeting other people. It also helps connect you with faculty and staff, which people I think kind of forget about because our fraternities and sororities definitely work closely with both faculty and staff. If you're interested in getting out there in the community and doing community service or philanthropy projects, this is a great segue into doing that because they do a lot of those kinds of events and activities. I think I talked about leadership development as well. Not only is being in a fraternity or sorority a big piece of leadership development, but it also provides other options and opportunities in terms of leadership development and workshops and seminars, and there's a leadership summit next semester. So I think if you're an individual who just wants to be involved and wants to create change and participate in things on campus and also have that reflective off-campus, fraternities and sororities are a really good option. And it's also a lot of fun, and you get to make a lot of friends, whether they're in your chapter or not. And I think, especially for me, like thinking back on my experience as a student and in a sorority, I wouldn't change that for the world.